Hey guys, Eli here, and on today's video I want to talk about why the wealth gap keep getting bigger. I mean, we all heard the phrase,
the rich gets richer while the poor keeps getting more poor.
So on today's video I want to talk about, in my opinion, why I believe that the wealth gap is getting bigger, and why some people keeps getting rich and the rest keeps getting poor. And I want to talk about things we can actually do to shorten that gap. And we're starting now. If you guys love to talk about personal finance and mindset, you guys want to help support the Urban Lifestyle channel, start now by hitting that subscribe button, hit that notification icon so you guys get future notifications of my future videos. And to all my thumbs up squad, make sure you guys show up on this video and give that thumbs up, smash that thumbs up button. It helps this video get out to more eyeballs. And make sure you guys comment your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you guys want to help support the channel even more, consider becoming a member and get access to tons of exclusive content. And make sure you guys take advantage of the free resources down in the description below. And if you guys want to join the conversation and talk to like-minded people just like yourself, make sure you guys join the Urban Wealth Creation Discord. We even have a tab on there where we talk about stocks. So make sure you guys stop by and say hi. So last week I had to ask myself, why is the wealth gap keeps getting bigger? Then I had to do some investigation, and I think I found what I've been looking for. So doing my research, I've been looking through a whole bunch of charts, and I found something really crazy. Within the past 20 years, all these charts that I've been looking at has something similar in common, except for one. I looked at the real estate markets for the past 20 years. I looked at asset prices within the past 20 years. And I also looked at stock market prices within the last 20 years. And within the past 20 years, they all gone up a lot, except for one asset. So if you take a look at the Dow Jones, you can actually see 20 years ago in the year 2000, you can see it was actually around 8,000 points. And then right now, we can actually see the Dow Jones is over 30,000 points. So within the past 20 years, of course, we had minor stumbles, we had minor falls, of course. But at the same time, throughout the span of 20 years, it just gone up tremendously. And if we take a look at real estate within the past 20 years, we can see practically the same trend. We start off in the year 2000, of course it goes up, and of course we see in the time where it goes down. But within the span of 20 years, ultimately, it has gone up. Now we take a look at gold prices within the past 20 years, and we can see that around 2000, it was around $300 for an ounce of gold. And now at 2021, you can actually see it's above $2,000. Of course, it leveled off under $2,000 to about $1,800, but the thesis remained the same. Within the span of 20 years, the prices of gold has gone up. So what does this tell us? This actually tells us within the past 20 years, asset classes such as stocks, real estate, precious metals, and tons of other assets has gone up within the past 20 years tremendously. But what about that one asset that I told you before that didn't go up? It actually went down. And that asset is one of the most important assets there is, because everybody puts their hard work and sweat into this asset. And if you haven't guessed it by now, yes, that asset is cash. Cash has actually gone down within the past 20 years, while all other asset class has gone up. Now, if we take a look at the inflation calculator for the past 20 years, money has gone down. If you look at what $100 was worth in the early 2000s in the inflation calculator, and then you factor it in and you compare that to 2021, you can actually see that $100 back in 2020 is actually worth $151 today. Which generally means what you could buy with $100 in 2000 would actually take you $150 today. Which also means if you saved $100 in the year 2000, today is like you have $50. So within the past 20 years, we actually lost 51% of the dollar value that we have today.
Yeah, that makes sense, but it's okay, because it's not like you're wasting time, because you can always make money back, but you can never get your time back.
Which then I would say is 100% true, but a lot of people give their time up for money. They go to work 8 hours a day, take time away from the family, they go to work, and they give up their time to make that money that's devaluing. So in turns, the one life that they get to live is also being devalued. So let's get to it. 20 years has passed. What happened? Asset prices has generally gone up within the past 20 years, while money has been going down within the past 20 years. So if we really look at it, who's the winner here? People who's been working for money and saving their money, or people who's been working for money and buying assets with it? I mean, it's a no-brainer. The people who's been buying assets such as stocks, real estates, precious metals, commodities, they're the clear winner here. And this is the main reason Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, stated that savers are losers. Because you can save money, but it's going to be devalued. The money that you're saving is not going to be what it's worth 5 years from now. But if you really think about it, the majority of people has been taught to save and has been taught to stay away from buying assets. And I know this because you typically hear stuff like this.
Make sure you save your money. Don't invest in the stock market because you're gonna lose all your money. Buy a house because it costs too much money to fix. Just rent a house instead, and the landlord will take care of all that.
So the majority of people has that kind of thinking, while the rich are saying, hey, listen, I'm losing dollar value on the dollar that I'm actually holding. I need to put it in places that's gonna actually grow within the next couple of years versus keeping it in an asset that's gonna actually devalue within the next couple of years. And then years later, the majority of people would just say,
gosh darn it, it's just not fair. The rich keeps getting richer.
So yes, in my opinion, I do believe if this trend keeps up, 20 years from now, the wealth gap will just keep expanding. So now that I gave my 2 cents on this topic, it's 10 cents. I couldn't find 2 pennies around. What can average people such as you and I can do to actually shorten this wealth gap? Now, the first thing I would say is do tons of research. It's not just, hey, buy assets and you know nothing about it. If you're going to be putting your money somewhere, make sure you do your full-blown research on that company, asset, or whatever it is that you may want to do. Have a full understanding of whatever you're getting yourself into. You don't want to just invest into a stock and not knowing what that company offers. And the second thing I believe you guys should do, and this one is very, very important, and that is subscribe to the Urban Lifestyle channel, smash that thumbs up button, and make sure you guys notified so you guys can get future notifications of my future videos. And the third thing I believe we can do is always make sure you control your budget, manage your spending, and make sure you guys have at least 3 to 6 months worth of emergency funds stashed away just in case you may experience an emergency. And number 4, buying assets that typically goes up over time. But make sure you line that up with number 1 as far as doing your research to make sure you know what you're doing when you're buying that asset class, whether it be stocks, real estate, precious metals, or any other assets out there. And last but not least, number 5, be level-headed. Understand that yes, the stock market will go down at some point in time, but generally speaking, the stock market just goes up over time. If you were to invest in the Dow Jones right before the Great Recession happened and the stock market dropped 50% and you didn't sell and you just kept buying, the money that you had within the Dow Jones would have more than doubled right now. It's like I always say, time in the market beats timing the market all the time. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon, and have a beautiful day.